Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Dash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great most honorable well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters, students, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. This one won't be long. This is a little more lighthearted, talking about maybe the scattering, those Israelites that may look like the heathen but are not. And what I'm about to show you here, I'd be shocked if this dude wasn't a Jake. Okay, but we got a song here. My Chinese ain't that good. I'm still working on it. I mean, I can read Pinyin, like the English version or the Romanized version. I'm still working on reading the actual simplified Chinese characters. But we're going to get into it nonetheless. This won't be long. So let's get started here. Now we have Isaiah 16. More than likely, the Assyrian Empire it was on Moab's hills. And Moab is the so-called Chinese today. So I'm going to just read verse 4. Let mine outcast dwell with thee, Moab, be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler. For the extortioner is at the end, and the spoiler ceaseth. The oppressors are consumed out of the land. Now, when the Lord says he has scattered his people throughout the four corners of the earth, also don't forget that Moab, if we look at a map, maybe we can pull it up. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see if we can. Now, it's not very far, okay? So you got the Japanese, you got the Chinese, you have your southern kingdom of Judah, you have your northern kingdom of Israel, okay? So I'm pretty sure as post David, this is post David, obviously, because of the split, okay? Or should I say this is post King Solomon because of the split. Um, Of course, there's trade going on here between the nations, mixing and mingling, all right, as people spread. And then we fast forward, and then you have the different captivities where our people were carried. Okay, so it is an impossibility that every Israelite, okay, would look like a dark-skinned so-called black man, okay? Um, so I also have the lyrics pulled up, but I'm gonna. And here's the song here. All right. Now, Sky is your god, but his stage name is Lao Lan. I'm sorry, Len Lao, Len Lao, like Big Brother or Ump, you know. So let's go. Let's do this real quick cap here I found on Instagram, and then we'll cover a little bit of the lyrics. I don't want to do the whole thing. I just want to highlight how you know when you see the scattering, it helps makes a little bit more sense, especially if we go back to Yahweh Shai's time when he brings, those who were of the Rome or Greek captivity and had been grown up, generations and generations from the time of the Greeks to the time the Romans took over. And, you had those of the circumcision that were looking at those who have grown up in heathen cultures, but were Israelites by blood. But they heard the word. This is the way, walk ye in it. Paraphrase, roughly paraphrased. And there was an issue. Like, why are you, bringing these vermin in here? Why are you bringing these unclean, filthy people in here? And now it makes, if it did make sense to you, if you weren't visualizing these things, now it does. All right, so here, let's let this roll. And then we'll go over the lyrics, or at least the first half. I didn't want to make this too long. The song isn't important. It kind of is, but not really. The importance is I just want to highlight how those that mixed multitude that you hear about. Damn, let me get that. Because it's in second Esdras, but it's also in the New Testament somewhere. It's not in Exodus. Not Exodus. Nah. He made from one man every nation made. Nah. It's also in Esdras. It's in Second Esdras as well. I just don't remember. How about we do that? Chapter 13. That's where we're at. Okay. Second Ezra 13, beginning of verse 13 and 11. We'll go there real quick. We already read Isaiah. I just want to get as many scriptures as possible. The scriptures are more important than the visuals we're adding here. 13 and 11. And we go straight to the point here. And they were all mixed together. No, that's not it. The mixed multitude. Somerset. That's not it, man. Come on, man. 13. All right, let's go to 5. Let's go back. All right, we'll read 3. And I beheld a man low and lower, the man that waxed strong with thousands of heaven. Right? Okay, that's it. Hawashai. There we go. Nope. That ain't it. Maybe it's a little farther down. Mm, come on, man. Don't do this to me. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Stood stiffly. I know that's the second Ezra. Second Ezra 2 and 24. 42 and 47. Okay, there we go. Now we cooking. Call the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shah. 2 and 47. This is that mixed multitude that were, gathered from the four corners of the earth. All right, where I believe also John had the vision as well. I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on it. Um, but it looked like different nations and different kindreds, but it was just, the scattered of the elect, those that would look like the other nations. Straight to the point here. So the answer set up to me. This is the son of God. No, go back. All right, put off mortal clothing. You know what? I'm just gonna put it in the description box. I'll look for that. I'll look for both scriptures actually, and I'll put it in the description box. Cause I got it on a little time crunch here, but I definitely want to bring this out. All right, so here's the visuals. Let's bring out the examples real quick. And like I said, I'd be pressed. I'd be shocked if this dude still in the gym.
老天保佑，金山银山前路有。老天教唆，别管江湖龙虎斗。
You've probably heard this viral track on Instagram and TikTok, but do you know the story behind its creator? Meet Lan Lao, aka Sky is Your God, a Hakka rapper from Huizhou in Guangdong province, who's changing the game by bringing something completely new to Chinese hip-hop, an authentic southern Chinese accent mixed with Memphis-style flows.
香炉供台上摆，长大才开白黄牌。虔诚拜三拜，钱包里面多几百。
His lyrics blend Buddhist philosophy with street wisdom, all while keeping true to his Guangdong roots. His hit album, Bar Fun Light Sai,
Yeah.
all while keeping true to his Guangdong roots. His hit album.
It's a nigga. Benz, dice, play spade cards. Man, you see, you got his roots, right? You got the Southern rap, Southern American rap mixed with Southern Chinese, and its Buddhist roots. So again, like I said, you got an Israelite seed in a foreign land, And years and years go by, generations and generations go by. You think you're one thing, not knowing that you're actually an Israelite. Okay, this is a real life example of how these things can play out and why. When you read through the New Testament with Yahushua and bringing in of the uncircumcised, or that wild olive branch, um, why it was so controversial. So yeah, we got. It's only a couple more seconds. I'll let it roll.
Bar Fun Light Side showcases this unique fusion, where traditional values meet trap beats. Whether he's rapping about karma, family values, or success, Sky creates something that's distinctly his own, proving that local culture and global hip hop can create pure magic. Follow.
Okay, so the first song that was covered is called Ingwa or Karma. Okay, so here are the Chinese lyrics here, and the intro is sow melons, reap melons, sow beans, you reap beans, right? Zhong gua de gua, zhong dao de do, right? Um, I'm not. We're just gonna go straight to the English because I spent some time trying to translate it on my own for my own purposes, my own learning, polyglot purposes. So we'll go straight to the English here. Okay. All right. So sow melons, reap melons. Reaping what you sow, right? Isn't this karma? So that's what the world knows as karma. We know as order and judgment. Okay. Karma is science. I sign. What does science mean? Science simply means to know. You know, whatever you put in the ground, whatever you sow, that's what you're gonna get. That is science, unlike what we have today here in the West with these pseudosciences and these hypotheses and theories of things that they write and make it law, even though it's not. And when I say law, I mean like they um, they hold these theories to be true, but they're actually just theories, basically. Okay. God blesses with golden mountains and silver roads ahead. God advises not to meddle in the rivers and lakes of strife. Okay. Reminds me to hold on to goodness in this lifetime. God fears, and this part I wasn't sure about. Fears the 36 strikes that thunder in the fall. So it's probably something to do with like one of the lowercase Buddhist gods. I'll have to look into that, but we're gonna stick to the point here. All right, specters and demons always emerge after harvest time. Background noise, settle scores. Specters and demons are. What the hell? Why does this keep? Probably ads keep coming up. Specters and demons. He says it again. All right, eradicate. God grants me a staff to strike down all vermin. With the second strike, I break through the enemy's walls. Ingwa, or karma. Karma. God says to lay down the blade, but that's up to him. Should I lay down the blade? Alright. If I let go, starving ghosts lurking in corners would strike in an instant. The enemy seeks to destroy you. And if I dwell, evil in my heart outweighs the good. There's no way to balance it. Like debts must be repaid. Enemies come, I'll face them. I am Nephilim. And see on my wrist, and now you talked about the five wealthy, so this is going into like the heathen custom here, but we'll stop it there. And I got a couple scriptures on what these things remind, because remember, cultures blend. The Bible is a book of the East, and a lot of things come from or blend and mesh, right? So here are some scriptures we got on strife. Now, not to make these heathenistic customs with the Bible. I'm just trying to highlight how cultures in close proximity blend, and that is why the Lord was telling us, "You don't be like the heathen." Okay, and when God gave David the kingdom, he subdued them round about, and they were tributaries. They were to follow our way. So these things travel throughout history, throughout time, and you start to see the manifestation. If you fast forward to today, you see the manifestation of Eastern cultures, or I'm sorry, Eastern traditions and practices that never left. Okay, that never left that culture, or coming from our culture. All right, so let's go first from Proverbs 26 and 17. Actually, we'll read them all here in the NLT. All right. So let's go to Proverbs 26 and 17. And then I just want to end it on a couple of scriptures. If I can't get to all of them, you can just I'll go back to that screen and we'll do a screenshot. You can do a screenshot and go and get those on your own. 26. Uh-oh. What did I say? Oh, I'm in Psalms. That's why. It helps when you know how to read, I guess. Straight to the point here, 26 and 17. Interfering in someone else's argument is as foolish as yanking a dog's ears, right? Meddling in strife. I don't like how that reads. Proverbs 26 and 17. He that passeth by and meddle with strife, belonging not to him, is like one that taketh the dog by the ear. Yeah, that's what I like. That's better. What's next? 2 Timothy 2 and 23. 2 Timothy 23 through 25 here. But I might have to go to 22. We'll just read 22 and through 25. I want to make sure I did get that right. 2 Timothy 2. Okay. Flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. But foolish and unlearned questions avoid, knowing that they do gender strife. And the servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men, apt to teach, patient in meekness, instruction those that oppose themselves. If God peradventure will give them repentance, acknowledging of the truth. And that one, I think I was reading something else. That it kind of fits, but yeah. Let's move on to Proverbs 20. I think that I was reading something else when that might have been from an old another video that I had planned, and I just didn't delete it. What did I say? Proverbs 20. All right, bear with me. We gonna get through these. All right, Proverbs 20 and 3 here. It is an honor for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. Okay, seek the good. All right, so in that second, oh, here we go. In that second part where all right, well, hold on to goodness in this lifetime, right? To seek the good. So here's Amos 5 and 14. And this also goes to show when these other, especially like I mean, it's a dying thing now, but the Pan African movement and the Kemet and all that, where they say the Bible took from them. No, these cultures were blended. Everybody was in close proximity. And also, you have the flood, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, okay? And as Noah passed on that priesthood, that oral tradition to Shem, who else, where did it go to after that, right? And they were in close proximity. So, these cultures blend. That is what happens. You take from some, give to others. But, as a concerning the covenant, okay, that is not something, it's not ours to give. The Lord made that covenant with the 12 tribes. But socially, things blend. What did I say? 5 and 14 here, straight to the point. Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord, power of hosts, shall be with you as ye have spoken. Hate the evil, love the good. and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord power of hosts, or Yahweh power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. Alright, and now reaping what you sow. Okay? Galatians 6 and 7 through 8. And this is one of my favorite scriptures here. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that also shall he reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not. Okay, so it is plain and simple. It also goes in, to show that whatever you put your stock into, whatever soil you plant, don't be surprised by what you get. Okay, you do dirt, you get dirt. You sow evil, you get evil. You sow faithlessness, you get hard times and no answer in your hard times. The Lord is very cut and clear, or precise and clear, on what He expects of us and on what we will get. You do this, you get that. You do that, you get this. And that's the beauty of it. There's nothing hidden, right? And you read and you continue to grow in the spirit, and you continue to strengthen that inner man, strengthen your faith, and more things become unlocked, and more things start to make sense. And by way of that, you're able to move on to tougher battles, or that faith that you started with, as it says here in the scriptures, that you need faith of a mustard seed. It grows. The more you nurture it, the more you strive and basically just strive to be in the spirit. The more that seed will grow into. You know what? Let's look at a mustard tree, and we'll end it there. We'll get it. We'll end it there. You don't need my damn location. Look at that. A little seed, not even. You can fit 20 of those on a single fingernail, and then look what it grows into. Let's see. Hold on. 20 to 30 feet. Look at me. Say feet. 20 to 30 feet from a seed. You can fit 10 on a single adult man's fingernail. So if you're a visual learner, there you go. You plant that seed of faith and you nourish it. You nourish it with the word, right? Washing with the water of the word. And you apply what you learned in these scriptures to your daily life. And watch as your faith grows into a giant tree. And that giant tree will be your covering. All right? Because it is of the Spirit of the Lord. All right, so with that being said, I think we kind of covered two subjects here. The Spirit kind of took over. So, I pray that you were edified. I highlighted an example of, what the heathen or the speckled bird would look like. I highlighted an example of faith. I really did not expect it to go this way here, but it did, man. So truly, I do. I pray that you were edified. I know, and I'm sorry that it was kind of bouncing all around here, but you know, um, I pray your spirit picks up what my spirit's putting down here.